The fourth kingdom of Daniel 2 can only be Greek. There's no need to overcomplicate what the text makes clear. Daniel 2 should be one of the simplest topics in prophetic scripture. The author doesn't leave us guessing about the four kingdoms in Nebuchadnezzar's statue. He tells us exactly who they are. Yet over the centuries, interpreters have tried to force the prophecy into their own theological frameworks, creating unnecessary puzzles. The book of Daniel mentions only four kingdoms throughout: Babylon, Media, Persia, and Greece. Early interpreters understood this plainly. It should still be that simple today. If there's any doubt, the overwhelming focus of Daniel's prophecies eliminates it. The book builds toward Antiochus IV, Epiphanes of the Seleucid, or Greek Empire, as the climactic figure, the little horn, the blasphemer, the desecrator. The pattern of persecution, temple desecration, faithful resistance, and divine vindication in 167 BCE is the heart of the book. Yeshua himself urged us to pay close attention to Daniel in Matthew 24:15 and Mark 13:14. Why? Because the events recorded there serve as a prototype that will repeat on a larger scale with the coming Antichrist. Rome and the Islamic Caliphate are never mentioned or even hinted at. Rome isn't on the author's radar. The idea of an Islamic empire is completely foreign to the text. The fourth kingdom, by the necessity of the book's subject matter, must be Greece. Greece as fourth, even if second and third are debated. Even if someone disputes whether the second kingdom is Media and the third is Persia, the fourth remains solidly Greece. The second and third do not matter in the grander scheme of this subject. The prophecies give very little detail about the second and third kingdoms, but they lavish attention on the fourth and its ruler, Antiochus. The point is inescapable. Greece and Antiochus are in clear view as the fourth kingdom. Any argument against this cannot be solidly supported by redefining the second or third. Early and biblical witnesses confirm Greece as the fourth empire. This was the universal early interpretation. Babylon is the head of gold. Media, the chest arms of silver. Persia, the belly thighs of bronze. And Greece, the legs of iron, with Antiochus and successors as the divided legs, feet, toes. The Peshitta is one of the earliest witnesses, and it explicitly identifies Greece, or Yavan, in Daniel 8:21, 10:20, and 11:2, as the he-goat and the power opposing the final Persian king. Remember this word Yavan. Another video will show this to be the region of modern-day Turkey, Syria. Why the shift to Rome? Answer: unfulfilled prophecy and reinterpretation. When the Greek Empire fell and the prophesied everlasting kingdom did not appear to smash the statue, interpreters faced a problem. The prophecy seemed unfulfilled in a literal sense. Jewish interpreters began looking to Rome as the fourth kingdom, expecting the Messiah to establish the fifth monarchy. Early Christians were divided. Some saw fulfillment at Christ's first coming, others at the second. Proponents of the Roman view point to the two legs of iron as fitting the empire's division, but there's no consensus on what the duality actually represents, nor on the mingling with the seed of men from Daniel 2:43. Daniel itself answers the duality and mingling in chapter 11, through the historical intermarriages between the Ptolemaic and Seleucid Greek dynasties. Rome also fails other tests. All of Daniel's empires operate in the Middle Eastern theater, as does Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece, or the Seleucids. Rome was never truly Asiatic in this context. Rome did not swallow up or succeed Babylon, Media, or Persia in the way the prophecy describes. Its fall could not smash the earlier kingdoms to pieces. After Rome fell, the 10 horns and other details created even more interpretive chaos for those holding the Roman view. Yes, serious questions remain about Daniel, likely composed or finalized in the Maccabean period or the 2nd century BC, not exclusively in the 6th century. The identity of Darius the Mede is historically confusing and differs from other known Dariuses. The Persians clearly overthrew the Medes and Babylon. Despite these issues, Yeshua still directed us to study Daniel. The reason is clear. The pattern under Antiochus: a pagan ruler desecrates the temple, the faithful suffer, and God vindicates. This is about to repeat on a grander scale with the coming Antichrist. Daniel remains the key text for understanding this future event. Conclusion. It really is that simple. The head of gold is unmistakably Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon. The fourth kingdom is unmistakably Greece with Antiochus as its ultimate expression. The book gives minimal elaboration on the second and third. Yeshua pointed us to Daniel. Daniel tells us who the four kingdoms are. I am telling you to keep an eye on Yavan, or the region of modern-day Turkey and Syria. It is that simple.